I escaped the house, but Atmika escaped with me. I did not realize it at first. When the bus dropped me at the edge of the small town, the sky was still dark blue, the kind of blue that makes the world feel unfinished, as if dawn is hesitating to arrive. A thin layer of fog floated above the road, moving slowly like something breathing. The smell of damp earth mixed with early morning smoke from tea stalls that were just beginning to open. Kettles whistled softly in the distance, and stray dogs slept curled near shuttered shops. I stood there for several minutes, holding my bag tightly against my chest like it was the only thing keeping me grounded in reality. My hands were trembling. My legs felt weak. Every shadow on the road looked too long, too dark, too alive. I had left everything behind, my parents, my home, my old life. But more than that, I had left the house. Or so I thought. Every road felt unsafe. Every shadow felt alive. I kept looking over my shoulder, expecting to see bare feet behind me, red sari fabric brushing the road, long black hair hiding a glowing pair of eyes. But there was nothing, only silence. I rented a room in a small lodge near the bus stand. The building was old but busy. The walls were cracked and stained with years of cigarette smoke. A rusty fan hung from the ceiling, rattling even when it was turned off. The narrow bed creaked when I sat on it. It wasn't comfortable, but it felt far, far from that corridor that breathed, far from the woman who whispered my name at 12:41 a.m. For the first time in weeks, I slept with the lights on. For 3 nights, nothing happened. No footsteps, no whispers, no dreams. And slowly, dangerously, I began to relax. On the 4th night, I woke up with my heart slamming violently against my ribs, as if someone had punched me from the inside. The digital clock beside my bed glowed faint red. 12:41 a.m. My room was completely silent. Too silent. The fan had stopped. The street noise had vanished. Even the dogs had stopped barking. But the air felt thick, heavy, as if something invisible was standing too close to my face, breathing the same air as me. My breath formed faint clouds, even though the room was not cold. Then I heard it, a soft dragging sound. Bare feet, slow, careful, outside my door. I sat up slowly, my muscles locked in fear. My heartbeat echoed in my ears. The dragging stopped. Then came her whisper. "You came outside," she said softly. "Now I will come inside." The door handle moved, just a little. Then everything went silent again. I did not sleep that night. The next morning, the lodge owner asked me why my room smelled like burning oil. I lied. I checked out before sunset. I kept moving, town after town, room after room. But Atmika followed. She appeared in reflections, in shop windows, in water puddles, in phone screens, in bus mirrors, always faint, always smiling, always at exactly 12:41 a.m. My shadow began to change. Sometimes it moved before I did. Sometimes it stood still while I walked. Sometimes it stretched in directions where no light existed. One evening, I accidentally glanced into a shop mirror and saw my reflection blink even though my eyes had not. That was the day I stopped looking into mirrors. My body grew weaker. Food tasted like ash. Water burned my throat. My head throbbed constantly. People avoided sitting next to me. Children stared at me and began to cry. Dogs barked at nothing when I passed. Cats hissed and ran away. One night, I woke up standing barefoot on an empty highway. I had no memory of leaving my room. Red footprints trailed behind me, and she stood at the roadside, waiting, smiling. "You walk for me now," she whispered. "Soon you will breathe for me." That was when I understood. She was not haunting me. She was learning me, my voice, my face, my walk, my heartbeat. I went to Tantric. He drew a circle of ash around me, lit candles, chanted mantras. Halfway through, the candles went out. The smell of burnt hair filled the room. His hand started shaking. "She is not attached to you," he whispered. "She is becoming you." He refused to continue. That night, I heard two heartbeats inside my chest. One was mine. The other was slower, heavier, and hungry. Sometimes when I speak, it is not my voice that comes out. It is hers. People say my smile feels wrong. My eyes look older, darker, and sometimes when I'm half asleep, I see myself standing at the end of a corridor, in a red sari, bare feet, waiting, because Atmika does not need a house anymore. She has learned to walk, to breathe, to live inside me. And now, if you ever hear someone whisper behind you at exactly 12:41 a.m., do not turn around, because you might not be alone anymore, and you might already be home.